In this section, we'll take a look at the Configuring and Monitoring ISIS objective of the JNCIS Service Provider exam. We'll examine how to configure and troubleshoot ISIS. For more detailed coverage of this objective and more, please check out the JUNOS Intermediate Routing course. In this video, we're going to demonstrate some of the basic concepts of ISIS configuration and operation. So we have our network here, and router 1 through router 6 are all going to be speaking ISIS. Ahead of time, I've configured our 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 to all speak ISIS, and they're all exchanging routes already. But we haven't configured R1 yet, and this is what we're going to do in this video. So without further ado, let's get down to configuring router 1. So you can see that we've got no routing to speak of on router 1. We're not seeing anybody else's loopback address apart from a direct BGP speaker that we're going to use in later videos. So we need to get ISIS configured on this device. First thing that we need to do is we need to enable family ISO on the interfaces that we're going to be speaking ISIS over. So let's find out what interfaces they are. And we're doing this on these core-facing interfaces. Remember, we're doing this because ISIS is actually carrying this information that it's exchanging in a different layer 3 protocol. So we've added family ISO to these interfaces now. We also need to add family ISO to our loopback interface. And when we're adding family ISO to our loopback interface, we also need to add an address. So I've got an address that I configured ahead of time here, and we're configuring it now. So this is going to be our area, and this is going to be our system ID. So we've added that now. And now the final thing that we need to do is we need to configure the ISIS protocol itself. So we're adding our loopback, and we're adding our physical interfaces. So let's commit this configuration now. And in a few moments, we should start to see the ISIS neighbor adjacency come up. So the adjacencies have started to form. And there we have it. Those adjacencies have been established. Good thing to note here is that we are seeing the name of the router echoed in our adjacency output, which is really useful, and it means we don't have to do a secondary lookup to find out what interface these neighbors relate to find out what router we're connected to. And that's a useful feature of ISIS. And this is because the host name of these systems is carried in the hostname TLV. Using this hostname TLV, we can also see a total list of all of the ISIS connected speaking devices. And to do that, you can do the show ISIS hostname command. Let's just have a look at our routing table now. We've now got all of the loopbacks learnt from our other devices within the core of our network. As with OSPF, you can interrogate the ISIS database. See that we've got next to nothing in the level 1 database, just the link state PDU coming from ourselves. This is because all of the upstream routers have been configured to only speak across level 2. And you can see the link state PDUs in the level 2 database corresponding to all of the routers that are connected to our ISIS speaking network. If you give this command the detail flag, you can get more information from these link state PDUs. We're starting to see the IP prefixes and the intermediate system neighbors that are listed in each of these link state PDUs. So we're showing the local connectivity of each of the routers that are advertising these link state PDUs. And if you change the detail flag to extensive, you can actually then start to see the TLVs that are carried within these link state PDUs. So the area TLV, the hostname TLV, the IP prefix, and the extended IP prefix. Remember that if we wanted to use metrics larger than 63, we would have to use the wide metrics only key, and what that would do would then that would suppress these IP prefix TLVs. We would only get the extended IP prefix TLVs that have the extended metric capabilities. This is a quick overview of some of the basic operational interaction you can get with ISIS.